Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This is a follow-up on an earlier video where I was showing a little bit about this bike. This is a bike that I picked up the frame from a friend of mine. I traded a couple of parts and for the frame. Had very little money in it. Frame needed work, or the bike needed work, not so much the frame, I guess. But this is a 1978 Concord Pacer. Concord Pacer. This was a road bike, a 10-speed road bike. Like I said, when I got it, was mostly just the frame, and the crank set. So we built this up for my son. The frame's a little bit small for me. Measuring from the center crank to the top of the seat post on this bike is 21 inches. The one that I ride is a 23 inch. I fixed mine up as a really classy looking fixie. The idea with this bike was more of a single speed gravel bike, sort of, or a little bit more of an all-arounder. This wheel set came off of a newer model fixed gear bike that I bought that we were going to build for him, but the frame ended up having some trouble with it, so we just kind of stripped it down and used the wheel set for this bike. This is 700C wheel set, and it's a flip-flop hub, so it is a fixed gear on this side. I put the free wheel on the other side. My son's 12 years old, and I don't know that he's ready for the fixed gear. But so like I said, we set it up a little more robust with the tires. The flat bars, he's just more comfortable with flat bars, and that's fine with me. I think it turned out awesome. The tires that we put on here, like I said, we were going for a little bit more of a gravel feel, a little more robust, a little more all-arounder. This is a 32 millimeter tire on the 700 wheel. These are WTBs. You see there it says it's an all-terrain 732. They turned out really nice. They fit the build great. The crank set is original. The bottom bracket I took apart, clean, put back together, and it spun so nice, so nice. I had a little video of just the crank spinning without the chain on it, and it spins better than any newer bike that I've got. It has spin forever. These pedals are some that came on another bike that I had of this era. These are aluminum, so I was able to shine them up nice. Some of the pedals that are like this, that are a chrome plated, the chrome gets pitted and rusted, and you can't quite polish the chrome back up like you can if it's aluminum. So this aluminum pedal came out nice. These are some of the original straps, but I did replace the toe clip. I'm not sure if we'll keep the toe clips on for him, or if I may just put some flats on it for him. But this is what we're running now. This bike I did not paint. On my fixie I painted because the frame, the paint was in such bad shape. But this one was pretty decent. It's got scuffs and nicks and scratches and bad spots, but it's all original. And one thing I believe in is trying to save this original paint and sticker set as much as possible. If I get in close, you can see there's nicks on the frame there, and there's nicks on the frame there, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It's a 1978 model bike. It's gonna have nicks. What's cool is that it is original paint and original stickers. If you strip it all down and paint it, you might end up with a nice paint job, but it's not original. Once you strip it down, it will never be original again. There's only one original paint job and one original sticker set, and this bike has it, so we're going to leave it. again, the paint's not perfect, but it doesn't matter. It looks great. These wheels give it an update. The handlebars, just the black, riser bars, just give it an updated feel. You can see that it's still the quill stem, and I actually painted this stem. It was in okay shape, but we wanted it to go black. This is the original headset, or at least the one that came with the frame. It cleaned up really nice. I like to use the SOS Brillo pads on cleaning a lot of this silver on the bikes, whether it's chrome pieces like this or aluminum. The SOS Brillo pads with this soap on it cleans that stuff up really nice. But we painted this stem, and it goes well with the bars. I just put this new seat post in. We went with the black seat post. You can see the WTB seat as well, the saddle, along with the WTB grips, so that the tires, the saddle, all kind of tie together. I think it turned out nice. Single speed, so it just makes it simple. I like these bikes with a single speed, or even the fixed gear that I'm riding, but I like doing this with them just to get rid of the old derailleurs and finicky parts. I have another one that's all original shifters, derailleurs, and everything that's running pretty good that I'm gonna fix up, and but I think I'm gonna keep it original. I don't think I'm gonna strip it down. These that I have stripped down have been in pieces and in bad shape to begin with, so this is what I like to do with them. This works out great, just to take an old bike, simplify it, give it some new parts, and it works really well. So this bike was a 27-inch wheel originally, and I've changed it to the 700C. The 700C is a little bit smaller than a 27-inch, so what you have to do to make that work is get some brake calipers with a longer reach. This one has a mid-reach, so that you can get down to the braking surface on the rim, and these just barely make it, but they reach. You can get a long reach, and I might could have gotten a long reach and moved them up, but these are working. These are Origin 8 brake calipers. They seem to be working well, like they are. I put the front and rear. Again, it's my 12-year-old son, so I want him to have good brakes. It's freewheel, and it's got good brakes on it. One thing that comes to mind, or I wasn't so sure about, were the levers. These are some cheap levers, but they're off of a cheap mountain bike, but there's not much to flat bar levers. But the issue sometimes, or the concern that I was having, was road calipers require a what they call a short pull, and mountain bike levers are a long pull. So I just put them on to see how it would work. I wanted to try it for myself, and it works fine, no problem. I think if it were the other way around, if you had a short pull lever with long pull brakes, maybe that would not work. But if you have a short pull, like a road caliper, with a mountain brake lever, a mountain bike lever with a long pull, it works fine. I don't have any issues with it. So that was a nice surprise, because that was a little something that I was unsure about. The things you read say that you need short pull levers to go with short pull calipers, and maybe, but these work fine, no problems whatsoever. So the back, one thing that I did have to do, so these brakes, like most modern brakes, the nut on the back is recessed, where the original, the bolt or stud from the brake would have gone all the way through, and you would have a nut on the outside with a washer and whatever. These are recessed, and the hole back here is not big enough for the recessed bolt to go in there, so you have to drill it out. That's easy to do on the fort. You just turn the fort sideways and drill it in. drill it to the proper size, and then you can put the front together really easy. The back, what I've done, I have seen some people on YouTube, different places, with a small, really sharp, tight 90-degree drill that they can get in here and drill this out, and that's nice. It works great, looks real clean. But I don't have a 90-degree drill, and you can't get a regular drill bit in there because of the seat tube. So what I've done, right or wrong, it works well, and I don't think it looks bad at all. I think most folks would never know. But I just drilled out the brake mount on this side so that it will accept the insert here for the recessed mount. I drilled it on this side. Of course, this side's easy to get to, and I put the brake on this side, and that worked out well. Works good, and I think it looks fine. It's underneath. But like I said, I don't think anyone's going to notice. I don't think anyone's going to know the difference. It just looks like it came that way. But that's what I chose to do to make the recessed bolt work. So I don't have a 90-degree drill. So maybe a 90-degree drill would have gotten in there, maybe not, I don't know. But I use a step bit, front and rear, to drill that out to the right size. So anyway, this turned out really nice. Really happy with it. He loves to ride it. He says it's fast. We did have to change the gear ratio. What are we running? We've got a 50 tooth in the front, and we started out with a 16, 50, 16, which I could have ridden fine, I think. But he's a bit smaller, not quite as strong, so we bumped this up to an 18 tooth freewheel. Again, he's not riding the fixie side, so we're not too worried about that right now. But this is an 18, this is a 50, and he likes that much better. He's able to ride around and have a good time with it. So that's it. That's the Concord Pacer 1978 single speed gravel bike. Turned out great. If you have any questions, hit me up below. I'm usually pretty good about answering those questions. Give me a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Give it a share. Check out some of my other videos. You'll see episode 1 of this video of this bike if you go back and look for it. But if you have any questions, we can discuss it at the bottom. Y'all have a good one.